Did you know Toyota has a competitor to the F-150 Raptor, Ram RHO, and Silverado ZR2? It's one of these, the Toyota Tundra TRD Pro. And as one of these off-road focused pickup trucks, it has the required upgrades. Suspension lift, upgraded shocks, some pretty cool BBS forged 18-inch wheels with all-terrain tires, also more lighting, cool accents. In terms of the powertrain, when you go up to the TRD Pro version of the Tundra, you have to get the hybrid iForce Max powertrain. So it's a 3.4-liter twin-turbo V6 with the hybrid system, and now there is a TRD performance package, which wakes it up just a bit. You get dual air intakes, a tune, a catback exhaust, and you have to run it on premium fuel, but that bumps up the horsepower to 466 horsepower and 583 pound-feet of torque. Now, I feel like in this segment, Ford with the Raptor and Ram with the RHO get the majority of attention, but Toyota has quite a few off-road focused SUVs and trucks in their lineup. We've spent time with the latest Tacoma TRD Pro, the 4Runner TRD Pro, the latest Toyota Land Cruiser, the Lexus GX 550 Overtrail, so I'm curious to see what this is like. This one has been optioned to just over $80,000, so it's in line with those other 6-cylinder powered competitors, although Silverado ZR2 can still be had with a V8, right? And there is a rumor that Toyota might be working on a model even above this one. I believe they have trademarked the name Hammer, so the TRD Hammer could be an even more capable one, maybe going up against the Raptor R and the TRX, although to do that, they would have to put some sort of V8 under the hood, in my opinion. So very curious to see where they go with that, but just rumors. Right now, we've got one of these, the Tundra TRD Pro. We're gonna spend some time living with it to see what it's like. Let's take a tour around the truck. This one is finished in a much more subtle, magnetic, dark metallic gray. There is a new color called Wave Maker, which is this very bright aqua teal finish that definitely would attract a lot of attention, but this one is a bit more subtle and stealthy, but it still looks cool with all the red accents. Now, up front, you notice a lot of different lighting features. So we have the light bar in the grille, and then you have the triple little orange running lights right there, and an additional lighting down here with the silver Tundra lettering in the middle. And then this textured pattern is very interesting. It almost looks like it's trying to be forged carbon, but it's not. It's just plastic along the fenders right here, but it's got this like geometric pattern that kind of resembles forged carbon, which is very interesting. And then the big Toyota lettering in the front grille. Coming around to the side, take a look at these wheels. 18-inch BBS forged TRD Pro specific wheels with the Falcon Wild Peak all-terrain tires. These wheels are a pretty cool design with the red TRD accent in the middle, and then you can see some more red accents, that anodized red upper control arm with the TRD lettering stamped in there. You can actually see it just hiding there in the wheel well, and then you can really see that kind of sort of geometric techie forged carbon look. We've got a TRD Pro badge right here, and then a fixed side step. Here's something that's really interesting. Take a look at that single exhaust tip. That is a very, very interesting shape. What shape is that? I forget all of my geometry. It's how many sides? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's like a squashed octagon, but it's like 2 exhaust tips. It's like a sleeve around the outside with the TRD logo. But anyways, single side exit exhaust. So it doesn't have the dual pipes out back, and it's got a catback system. So you get a little bit more of a growl, a little bit more volume to that twin turbo V6. Back here we have a step that you can use to get back into the bed. And then you got a little button on either side to lower your tailgate, which is definitely handy. The Tundra lettering, got the bed liner. Oh, wait. I swear on the Tacoma there was a button on either side. I guess not on the Tundra? Interesting. Is it power up? It is power up. Triple running lights back here too, some Toyota lettering, and then the big TRD Pro on the tailgate. You're not gonna miss that. But then we have a iForce Max badge over here, and then very subtle TRD Performance. That's what indicates that this thing has the performance package, which ups the power slightly with the dual intakes and also that catback exhaust. So it's actually rather subtle, I would say. Just a little badge back here. These seats, these are isodynamic seats pulled from the Tacoma TRD Pro, and they are pretty interesting. Essentially, they have shock absorbers built into the seat that can control different degrees or planes of motion, directions of motion. They're designed to just keep you in place when you're doing off-roading, doing all sorts of crazy things. So they're essentially like shock absorbers in the seat. You can actually air them up, change the pressure. So that's rather interesting. And a benefit of being in the Tundra is you still have plenty of space back here. With the Tacoma TRD Pro, when you have these are bulky seats, right? They really eat into the legroom. Like the second row had like 2 inches of legroom. It was pretty much unusable. It became a 2-seater truck. But here with the Tundra segment up, you still have plenty of space back here, even with these pretty wild isodynamic seats. All right, that's a quick look at a couple initial details. I'm sure I'll notice some other things as I spend this week living with the truck. Let's head out. We have the red TRD stop-start button. Let's hear that exhaust a little bit. Not bad, actually. All right, premium fuel is too expensive to waste revving. I know I initially said that this is Toyota's competitor to the V6 EcoBoost Raptor and the Ram RHO, but as I'm spending time with it, I think that was slightly inaccurate. To me, this feels more like an F-150 Tremor and Ram Rebel competitor, where it has some of that off-road capability, some of those special accents and touches, but not quite the same level of extreme capability and over-the-top things like a Raptor or the Ram RHO offer. It's not a bad thing. It's just a different kind of positioning. It does make it a bit more practical and well-rounded, usable as a daily driver truck, and it still has off-road capability, but it gives them space in the lineup, positioning to go up another tier, another higher end model that has long travel suspension and even more capability, more aggressive tires, a bit more power, things like that. Heading out for a late night workout in the TRD Pro. I'm gonna go and throw my backpack in the back. Man, this red interior. Woo. Any cool lighting animations when you unlock? Nah, they just turn on, but you do get the triple running lights there in the grille, and then additional marker lights on the corners. Out today in the Tundra, heading over to out of office garage because I heard some hypercars may have showed up there. This thing is big, very nice commanding view of the road. These look like the tow package mirrors because they extend out further, and then you have the extra curvy bottom part too, so you can really see if you're towing a trailer, but they definitely are pretty substantial. This thing is wide, tall, not quite as wide feeling as a Raptor to me, or like a Ram TRX. Those things are just so absolutely gigantically wide, it's essentially impractical. Like, parking structures are the most stressful things in trucks of this size, but we're definitely pretty tall up. Got, I think, just over an inch of suspension height increase. And then the tech is good. It just doesn't feel quite as modern cutting edge tech as some of the American trucks. Like, this is a big screen, but the infotainment just a little bit more basic. Now, that can also be nice because it's an easy user experience. I just have CarPlay on it for the whole screen. But if I go like the vehicle stuff, like I've got trip information, that's it. Like, there's not a bunch of different things, like this is settings. There's no like fancy off-road, so I can't find it. Maybe if I go into the off-road modes. But anyways, back to CarPlay. We do have some drive modes. So this dial right now is for controlling drive modes, not eco. I want sport. Let's see what it does. All right, you could definitely hear much more of a rumble from that exhaust, and you can hear like boost intake noises too. All right, as this car turns right, I'll do a little half throttle. Oh, a little bit of like, oh, that's fun. It's most noticeable under like partial throttle load. So if I slow down a little bit. Oh boy, my fuel economy isn't doing great though. We're down to 15.2 mpg. Definitely not going to be a fuel-efficient hybrid in any way whatsoever. And remember, you have to run this on premium fuel. And with today's gas prices, you might have to mortgage your kidney to fill this thing up. But then in comparison, like a Raptor R TRX, those are solidly 8 miles per gallon. And even the EcoBoost V6 Raptor, the Ram RHO, I mean, none of these things are particularly efficient. I really hope the mic can pick that up, because just psh, fun noises indeed. Also, it very quickly, aggressively drops into hybrid mode. Like, as soon as I let off the gas, lower speeds here, coasting, you see the RPM? 0. We are in electric mode right now, because I'm just idling, essentially. There's some traffic here. But if I tip in the throttle, okay, it's still electric. There's a little blue dial right there showing me how much of the max hybrid system I'm using. So I guess it's iForce is the boost and then max is the hybrid, because that's what the 2 little gauges right there are showing. Right there, engine kicked on. So anything more than, like, I'm estimating like 10-15% throttle input, the engine will very quickly kick on. It's rather seamless. I don't notice any jolts or any unpleasantness. You hear it for sure, the little grumble of that V6 turning on. But there we go, back to electric mode again. So it's pretty aggressive. There's a battery display right there showing me how much battery I have left. But it's not a usable all-electric range. They don't give like a rating of, okay, you can drive 12 miles on all-electric mode, because again, anything more than like creeping forward or coasting down, it's gonna kick on the engine because you need the power to get going. This is still a pretty big heavy truck, and the hybrid system is not for driving. Yeah, I could barely tip in the throttle right there. Wow, so many school buses. I guess school is finishing. I'm gonna drive around an Eco for a bit to see if I can feel a noticeable difference in power and throttle response, things like that. Because I remember my friend Jason told me with his 4Runner TRD Pro, which is the downsized version of this iForce Max powertrain, right? It's a 4-cylinder hybrid, also branded iForce Max for the 4Runner. He says he pretty much always drives in eco mode, and that's the only way to get somewhat reasonable MPG. Because I was driving, I think I had a Tacoma TRD Pro, and I was like, dude, I'm getting like 14 MPG. What is going on right now? Like, it's so bad. And he goes, well, I use eco mode most of the time. On the freeway, you get into the 20s. So let's see what eco mode feels like in this thing, and does it noticeably impact the driving experience? Because sometimes when you go to eco mode, like the throttle response just goes to nothing. It's just like limp. You're like, can I have some horsepower, please? And that's how they're trying to increase your efficiency, right? Making it that you aren't accelerating as aggressively, and it's holding, it's gonna keep the RPMs really, really low. It's aggressively upshifting. You're not even going through the rev range. So let's see what this feels like for a little bit. Man, some of our roads in Michigan are so bad, you need a truck like this just to survive. Like, that road is more potholes and cracks than it is actual smooth tarmac. It's slightly terrible. Arriving at out of office garage. Let's go take a peek in the back, because there is something. So see something real cool back there. 458 and an Alpha 4C Spider up front. Nice. All right, how do I pull up the camera so I can see how terribly I parked? I'm in a space. That's not terrible. That front one is very warpy. Look at the way the brick wall is warpy. That is a very fisheye lens, but you get the 360 overhead view. Yes, yes, yes. There is always something cool here at Out of Office Garage. McLaren 12C, that's always been one of my dream cars. GT3 Touring, Shelby 350, Huracan, but that's not what we're here to see. Oh, look. I see some headlights on there in between that G-Wagon and the S-Class. That is a Ramat Navara, once owned in a collection out of Chicago, but wow. Wow, the purple with the lime green accents. Electric hypercar. And then for something a little more different, 918 Spider back there. Oh my God. This is such a rare spec and such an insanely epic car. Watch Connor struggling with the roof panels. Don't drop one. Yeah. That's generational debt there if you drop a roof panel to a 918 Spider. Carbon tub. Got the fire extinguisher. This has absolutely nothing to do with the Toyota Tundra, but how often do you have a multi-million-dollar hypercar just hanging out? Look at that carbon tub. My goodness. That's a proper spaceship interior. And it's all electric, so it's insanely, insanely fast. Ramat's Navara. I told you there's always something cool at Out of Office Garage. Usually we have cool stuff like, you know, GT4 RS, 3RS, plenty of G-Wagons, Ferraris, McLarens, but yeah, 918 Spider and a Ramat's Navara, that's a treat. We did a quick coffee run in the GLS Maybach, but back into the truck, and I'm actually heading over to my friend Alex's house to borrow a table saw, so we've got some truck things. I'm gonna throw it in the bed, actually use this thing as a truck. Bro, how much you pay for that thing?
More than you can afford, pal.
The funny thing is, neither of us own the vehicles we're driving. That's a dealer car, and mine is a press car. What a driveway. GLS 600, the Toyota, and then the Audi S8 has been relegated to the curb. Wedge it in the corner so it doesn't fly around. There we go.
What was your first impression of them?
I thought it was a cloud farting out an arrow.
But they are hearts.
Little hearts, little Cupid's
Cupid
arrow hearts.
Yeah.
There you go.
So cute, right?
Welcome to the Toyota Tundra TRD Pro.
Thank you.
Did you not see this in the driveway when you left today?
No. I wasn't really paying attention.
This is a gigantic truck, honey. She was like, wait, is this a new press car? As we're leaving Out of Office Garage, I'm like, yes, honey, it's been in the driveway all week.
I'm not very cognizant of my surroundings. Let's just put it that
That's
way.
alarming. You shouldn't be driving this truck.
I know. That's what I mean.
What are your initial impressions of this truck, though?
It's big.
It is indeed big.
It's very tall.
Very red, too.
But it's nice.
Yeah. Actually,
I
this thing is nice.
How much is it?
$83,000 is option? 80 grand? Yeah. It's a hybrid.
Oh, nice.
But not for efficiency, for the torques. I'm currently averaging 15.7 mpg, which has been going up since we're in eco mode. Do you know what 15.7 means yet? Because Canadians measure fuel economy different. It's like liters per 100 kilometers.
I don't even know. I never really pay attention to those metrics.
Wow. Wow. All right. We have both had a busy, productive day. Angel's had a crazy week of work. I was filming all day.
Yeah,
so we are date night Korean barbecue.
Yes.
Taking the Tundra out for some Korean barbecue. Gonna get some protein, enjoy some food, and we'll catch back up later. But wait, there's more.
There's just 2 items. So this is the second and last piece of jewelry that I bought. So I want to get your honest opinion, unfiltered.
We're sharing this with everybody watching this Toyota Tundra vlog.
This is really cute too, but I don't know if you'll like it. This is the pendant.
It just looks like a bunch of sparklies.
Yeah, it's really cute. It's like a statement piece. You like it?
You're so beautiful. That's enough wow factor already.
Wow. So cool.
See, there you go. Wow. That looks like a giant fingernail encrusted with sparklies. It just looks like somebody lost their sparkly fingernail. And you're gonna wear it as a necklace.
I'm gonna wear it as a necklace. You're not gonna ruin it for me. I'm sorry.
Get a little bit of a welcome animation there. Toyota Tundra iForce Max. Time to head home and relax because it is Saturday night and we've both had a busy long week, so let's go. Time to get the Jason take on the Tundra TRD Pro Performance Package. So you have a 4Runner TRD Pro. What do you think?
I like it. It's sharp.
It's big, red interior. I do like.
Holy sunroof.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Big sunroof. Oh, you need to check out the seats. This has the isodynamic seats with the crazy shocks in the back of them.
Oh, does it really?
Yeah. These seats are absolutely, they're a little bit of overkill and it definitely are partially marketing gimmick, but look, you can air them up on either side. There's like a pressure gauge depending on what you're doing, right? So there's like the pressure gauge there, and then like on-road, off-road, you can toggle these two so they control the different planes of motion. There's 2 more hidden underneath down here. So it's essentially supposed to like keep you in place when you're doing crazy off-road stuff so you're in control. Over-engineered? Absolutely. Do they look cool? Yeah. Are they 100% necessary for driving around day to day?
No.
Absolutely not. I mean, Michigan potholes are brutal, but they're cool. And the thing is, in this truck, you still have legroom. In the Tacoma, there was like 2 inches of legroom in the back. You literally couldn't, because they take up so much space.
I want to meet the guy who actually physically sits here and tunes this like it's a mountain bike suspension.
Oh, you mountain bike people tune your suspension, right?
No, you don't. I set it and go.
Set it and go. Well, that's probably what it is. You set it and go.
Unless I'm going out west.
Yeah.
And you're dealing with
but like
5-foot drop-offs.
Yeah, when we go to the track day, people tune their camber, your suspension, all those different things, right? It's the same thing for off-roading.
Hold on, George. Let me make sure I tune my seat. Right on.
My seat's a little bouncy today. Yeah. I think I gotta air it down a little bit.
Hold on,
but it's cool, right? I mean, dude, half of these trucks are like Is that a helicopter overhead? Half these trucks are just like over-the-top toys. These are toys ultimately, right? So, but yeah, I mean, look at the seats.
So I wanted these seats in my 4Runner. I thought this was the coolest, with the white
white over red. Yeah.
But they didn't offer them when my truck first came out.
And we also
they
have the
were
red
really hard to
seat
get.
belts. I think the Tacoma 4Runner, the one I had was white over red.
I mean, the one thing I like about this is it doesn't show anything. So, like, if you are off-roading, it doesn't show the dust or the dirt.
Yeah.
I love the camo print. Like
The white camo print is...
My camo print is hidden in the seats.
Because yours is black inside?
Yeah, so it's black, gray, and like a charcoal color.
Yeah.
So
just a little bit more.
Yeah, it's a little bit more mute. And then the windows fold down in this, which I think is cool as heck.
Oh yeah, very nice. That's the whole thing. That is actually very nice.
It's a
and then
great
let's open the
feature.
sunroof. That's this one.
It's such a nice feature. But what I've always wondered is, if you open that, because I just saw a guy driving down the street, I was wondering, like, does all the debris in your bed come sweeping back in?
Because like the turbulence?
Yes.
Maybe.
Because on the 4Runner, if I roll the 4Runner down, I get like the dust from the road.
Imagine you're hauling actually, you wouldn't haul leaves in the back, but I don't know, something.
Yeah, but
maybe. Just like stuff. There's stuff in the bed. That's
But if
valid.
you have remnants left
That's
over.
valid.
But it is nice. It's a nice feature. Gosh, that sunroof is huge.
We also have the giant Toyota lettering, just in case you forget what you're driving. Yeah. They really want to make sure you know you're driving a Toyota.
I mean, this is a big truck.
It is hefty. It's got the tow mirrors too, so it's wide. About a 1-inch suspension lift. We've got upgraded shocks. You see the BBS wheels? We've got BBS forged wheels on this thing. Although one of my friends kind of ruined it for me. He said the little BBS Forge logo makes it look like you already curbed the wheels. And I'm like, no! All right, let's go for a quick drive and wrap up final thoughts on what it's been like to live with this truck this week. I have a mic under the hood, so let's see if we can capture some intake and boost noises. It's when it's right around like 2,000 to 3,000 RPM, you can really hear it here in the cabin, but it sounds really cool. And I've still been in eco mode, so let me go ahead and toggle into sport mode. Throttle mapping definitely gets a bit more aggressive, but a truck like this isn't going to be overtly sporty, although the specs are pretty impressive in terms of torque. 583 pound-feet of torque is really solid, and that's the benefit of having that hybrid system paired with the twin-turbo V6. Like I said, this is hybridization for the pursuit of torque, performance, not for fuel economy. I've been driving in eco mode pretty much the last 3 to 4 days, and we did get our fuel economy up to 15.8, but it has since dropped to 15.7. But you're gonna be spending plenty on fuel. I mean, it is a big, heavy truck. We've got all-terrain tires. It does make some fun noises. So, of course, you're not going to get amazing fuel economy. You have a gigantic fuel tank, as expected. I think it's like 30 gallons or something. And you are supposed to run it on premium. They literally put a sticker on the fuel door to remind you. So, you're going to be probably spending $150 a tank of fuel because premium is expensive right now. Yeah, sport mode wakes it up. Now, the transmission has a lot of gears, and it does sometimes feel like it's hunting around a little bit, but that's always trying to keep everything in the ideal power range. So thoughts on what this has been like to live with. Do I like it? Yes, I do like it a lot. Is it the same level of capability and over-the-top off-road feeling as a Ram TRX? Well, it's not fair talking about the supercharged V8. So let's say Ram RHO or EcoBoost V6 Raptor. Not quite. Those feel like they just have a little bit more. I'm not saying it's like massively more capable feeling or anything like that, but it's just the way like the longer travel suspension feels when you're on the road, the way you just have the feeling of I can go drive over anything I want. Something about Ford Raptor products make me just want to be a irresponsible human being and just like go drive over there and go drive over that. Like, I feel like I could climb into that person's driveway. Why not, right? It makes me feel that way. But this truck doesn't encourage that as much. It doesn't have as much of that I can conquer all the terrains feeling. Now, in terms of absolute capability, it's got the ground clearance. I mean, we've got pretty good tires on this thing. But more as a day-to-day livable truck, that is good. It is very solid all around. I think it looks pretty cool. I do like the accents, the red accents. You can see it poking out like the control arms, some of the suspension stuff underneath, the TRD accents here and there. And then it does have the presence. These things are massive. Everything in this segment is just absolutely enormous. So parking it, you better use your surround view cameras. The interior is pretty nice. Next week, we're going to be spending time with the Sequoia with the same TRD performance package, which is a platform sibling to this, just like an SUV version of this. And we're actually doing a road trip, so I'll see how this kind of thing feels on a road trip to Chicago. So we'll be putting even more miles on it. Curious to see what kind of fuel economy we get. But this powertrain, I think it's pretty good. It wakes it up just a bit with that TRD performance package, which I think I would spend if I was ordering one of these new. It'd be worth it. It's $3,000 on an $80,000 truck. Yeah, I would check that box. You get the dual air intakes, which actually sound really cool. The exhaust gives you a nice rumble, and you get the tune, running on some premium fuel, just a bit more power. Why not? Now, at around $83,000, that is a good amount of money, but traditionally, TRD Pro products typically hold value pretty well. I'm thinking more of Tacoma and 4Runner TRD Pros. We'll see how the Tundras do, and also Raptors always hold value pretty well too. You look at the couple generations of Raptors we had, they definitely retain value very nicely. And now I chose not the greatest time to go straight into traffic. It's early though, it's not even 4 o'clock. Always traffic around here with these single lane curvy roads out in the suburbs. But anyways, there it is, some time spent living with the Tundra TRD Pro. Would you get one of these? Would you go for a Raptor, Ram RHO, or step down Tremor, F-150, the Ram Rebel, Silverado ZR2, GMC AT4? There's actually a lot of options. These off-road focused trucks are definitely very, very popular. People like modifying their trucks, lifting the suspension, bigger tires, wheels, exhaust, intake. But you get some of that from the factory with a warranty when you order something like this already from TRD. And then the last one I'll note is I am very excited to see where Toyota takes this TRD branding, maybe a next step up, TRD Hammer. That's a cool name. It's definitely a cool name. All right, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.